Let's just quickly move on now to another one of our top stories. We're looking very closely at the Army Chief's entire issue of the Army Chief's age. Now, in an NDTV exclusive on the controversy over the Army Chief's date of birth, NDTV has learned that the Defence Ministry's order to change his birth date could run into legal complications. According to rules, service records cannot be altered. The Defence Ministry order means that the Army Chief will have to retire next year instead of 2013. For several months, there has been a heated debate in the Defence Ministry on whether or not to accept General Singh's contention that his correct date of birth is the 10th of May 1951. This date has been maintained in the Adjutant General's branch, which is the official record keeper of all soldiers.
The controversy over Army Chief General VK Singh's age is not about to end quickly. NDTV has learnt that the Defence Ministry's decision on Thursday to finalize General Singh's year of birth as 1950 may turn into another legal tangle in the months to come. Legal experts say the ministry may have opened a Pandora's box by asking the Army's Adjutant General's branch to change General Singh's year of birth from 1951 to 1950. Documents available with NDTV, however, show that General Singh's date of birth in the AG's branch has been 10th May 1951 from the time of his commission into the Army in June 1970. One entry in the Military Secretary's branch, however, showed the birth date to be 1 year earlier. The discrepancy, first noticed in 2006, was not settled, leading to the current controversy. Thursday's decision by the Defence Ministry should have led to a closure, but veteran military legal officers say one particular clause in defence regulations disallows any alterations in service records, raising a question: is this really the end of the controversy, or will this lead to another round of legal battle?
So the question that we are asking, is General VK Singh's age dispute a question of personal honour for the Army Chief? Joining us to discuss this, Lieutenant General Raj Kadyan, the former Deputy Chief of the Army, and here with me in the studio, Lieutenant Colonel RSN Singh, the Associate Editor of the Indian Defence Review and a former officer in military intelligence. Thank you both very much for joining us. General Kadyan, is this a personal issue? Perhaps some would say that it's an ego issue for the Army Chief, that perhaps in the larger interests of the Army, he needs to consider stepping down.
Let me first clarify that India has a very large army. Until about the 80s, the system was not computerized. Therefore, all the entries were made manually. And it was quite possible that sometime the documentation was incorrect. For example, date of birth could be incorrectly, and it has happened in other cases also. As per the rules, the officer must get his correct date of birth incorporated within the first 2 years of service. But it has happened in the past also, that officer in the first 2 years does not even realize what his records are.
Right.
I know one case in 95, he fought a case, and as a Lieutenant General, he got his date of birth changed. That having been said, from the data available to us, this controversy, unfortunately, everything in India becomes a controversy. Yes. It should have been his individual case, but since he is the chief, it becomes a public case. The government seems to have taken a view, and I won't presume that the view or the decision of the government is based on merit.
NDTV's Cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.